All right, so we'll get started in our chairs in your comfortable seated position. And we'll just begin by closing or lowering the eyes and getting comfortable, and beginning with a focus on the breath. So maybe taking a nice deep breath to start, relaxing the abdomen. Nice. We'll just begin to bring our awareness inward. And so we'll take one more deep breath. And then we'll begin with just some very simple shoulder rolls. So as you're inhaling, rolling the shoulders up to the ears. And as you're exhaling, rolling the shoulders down to the floor. And again, inhaling, rolling the shoulders up. Exhaling, rolling down. And we'll go one more time around this way, inhaling and exhaling. Awesome. And then we'll go the opposite way. So inhale, rolling the shoulders up. Exhale, down. And again. And one more time around. Nice. And we'll take one more nice deep breath here. And then when you're ready, slowly blinking the eyes open or raising the eyelids. And we'll begin with a tailbone stretch. So if you have a back to your chair, just bringing your sit bones a little bit away from the back of the chair so that your spine is nice and straight. And we'll take an inhale. And then folding at the hip crease, bringing one elbow to the knee and the other elbow to the knee, crossing at the wrist and just relaxing the head and neck. And just imagine that you're allowing the weight of the body to sink into the elbows, into the knees, down through the lower legs, through the soles of the feet. Taking a nice deep breath here. And then, of course, staying here today if you'd like to, or if you prefer to move further, we'll take an inhale. And then on your next exhale, bringing the hands in between the feet, relaxing the head and neck, and maybe you have a little room to shake the head yes and shake the head no. Trying to keep the knees still hip distance apart. So you might feel like the knees are squeezing the arms a little bit, and that's perfectly fine. If your chair allows, sliding the sit bones towards the back of the chair. Really getting into the tailbone here. And of course, you might feel this in various other places in the body. Just deeply relaxing into this pose. We'll take one more breath here. And on your next inhale, coming out, bringing one elbow to the knee, the other elbow to the knee, the hands to the knees, and then slowly rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae. Head is the last thing to come up. And we'll just take a breath. Awesome. All right, so let's work on our sacrum stretch. We're going to bring the left leg to the center line of the body, and the right leg comes up and over. And if this doesn't feel awesome, you can always just cross at the ankles. So keeping the spine nice and straight, we'll take an inhale, and on the exhale, just tucking the chin. So relaxing the shoulder blades down the back. And breathing here. Nice deep breaths. We'll take one more breath. And then staying here today, or inhale, lengthening, exhaling, folding at the hip crease and bringing the arms over the shin. So you're keeping the arms to the inside of the left knee. You might feel like you're going a little bit at a diagonal. Relaxing the head and neck. Maybe on every exhale, relaxing a little bit more deeply into this pose. Of course, we say this is a sacrum stretch, but you may feel this in various other places in the body. We'll take one more breath here. On your next inhale to come back up, bringing the hands to the shin first, and then slowly rolling up. Awesome. All right, so we'll release this top leg, and we'll do the other side. So bringing the right leg to the center line of the body, the left leg comes up and over. Spine is nice and straight, and we'll inhale and exhale and just tuck the chin, relaxing the shoulder blades down the back. And just breathing here. Maybe taking a little internal inventory and seeing where you feel the stretch in the body. And of course, staying here if you'd like to. If you'd like to go further in this pose, we'll inhale, lengthen the spine, exhale, and fold at the hip creases, bringing the arms over the shin, relaxing the head and neck. Nice deep breaths here. Again, you may feel this in different areas in the body, maybe in the knee, the hip. Sending breath down to those spaces that need to relax just a little bit more. And we'll take one more breath here. On your next inhale, coming out, bringing the hands back to the shin, and then slowly rolling up. Awesome. All right, so we'll release this top leg, and we're going to come to standing. And you can bring the chair, I'm going to bring my chair to the side. We'll do a few sun breaths to start. So you can come to the top of the mat if you'd like to. I like to face you for the sun breaths. So when you're ready, we'll bring the palms to heart center. And then we'll inhale and look up at the thumbs, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, forward fold, relax the head and neck. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweeping the arms all the way up, look up at the thumbs, and palms back to heart center. Nice, and we'll do that again. So we'll inhale, nice, sweep the arms. Exhale, forward fold, relaxing the head and neck. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up, look up at the thumbs, and then palms back to heart center. Nice. And we'll do one more. So we'll inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweeping the arms all the way up. And then palms heart center. Awesome. All right, so let's come to the top of the mat. We're going to work on Warrior One first. So bringing all of the weight to the left foot. Right foot comes back into the right a little bit. And then we'll turn the right hip towards the left toes, bending into the left knee. We'll inhale the arms up, and for this one, interlacing the fingers, bringing the palms up to the ceiling, and breathing. Nice deep breaths. So the intention is to keep the hips parallel to the top of the mat and the shoulders parallel to the top of the mat. One more breath here. And then we'll move into Warrior Two. So inhale, lengthening, exhaling, and turning into Warrior Two. So the arms come down. You might want to adjust the stance a little bit. Maybe the right toes point towards the side of the mat. Looking over the left fingertips. Arms are nice and strong. So we'll move into triangle neck. So inhaling, straightening the left leg. Create a little space in the spine, trying to touch the front wall, and bringing the left hand down, and the right arm comes up to the ceiling. So bringing the left hand to somewhere on the leg or a block. So this is a supported triangle pose. Remembering if you want to bring the right hand to the waist and look over the shoulder, that's perfectly fine. Or looking down at the left toes. So we'll move out of this triangle, engaging your core muscles, maybe bending into the left knee. We'll inhale all the way up, and we'll turn all the toes to the side of the mat. And we'll bring the hands to the waist just to make sure that you have a moment to make sure that the toes are in one line and the sides of the feet are parallel to the top and the bottom of the mat. And then we'll inhale, look up at the ceiling, exhale, and fold forward. So if you can bring your hands to something, that's awesome. If you can't, that's also totally fine. But remember, you can always bend into the knees. Weight is in all four corners of the feet. Relaxing the head and neck. Maybe shaking the head yes, shaking the head no here. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. So coming out of our wide-legged forward fold, we'll inhale to a flat back, engaging your core muscles. Exhale, hands to the waist. Inhale, look all the way up at the ceiling. Exhale and relax the head and neck. Nice. All right, so let's heel toe in here a little bit until the feet are about a yardstick apart. And we're going to turn on the heels so all the toes are facing the top of the mat. Inhaling the arms up for pyramid pose. Exhaling and coming forward. And so bringing the hands to blocks or to the mat. Remember, you can always bend into the left knee. Keeping the head and neck relaxed as you're turning the right hip towards the left toes. And breathing here. Notice where you feel this pose in the body. Nice deep breaths. One more breath here. Awesome. So to come out, engaging your core muscles and then bringing the palms together in front of you. Inhaling all the way up. And we'll bring the palms to heart center, bending into the right knee, bringing the right foot to meet the left. Nice. All right, so let's do a sun breath here. We'll inhale, look up at the thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweeping the arms all the way up. And palms heart center. Awesome. All right, let's do the other side. So we're at the top of the mat, and we'll bring the left foot back and to the left a little bit. We'll turn the left hip towards the right toes, bend into the right knee, and inhale the arms up. So this time, if you like interlacing the fingers, bringing the palms to the ceiling, that's awesome. But you could also keep the palms together or keep the hands apart. You can look up at the ceiling, whatever version of Warrior One you prefer. Hips are still as parallel to the top of the mat as you can, and shoulders. Equal weight in both feet. Nice deep breaths. Awesome. So we're going to turn this into Warrior Two by inhaling, lengthening, exhaling, and opening. Awesome. Adjusting the stance if you'd like. This time looking over the right fingertips. Arms are strong, shoulder blades are relaxed. Deep breaths. Maybe imagining energy coming out through the fingertips, attaching to the walls in front of you and behind you. Moving into triangle pose, we'll inhale, straighten the right leg. Try to touch the front wall and then bring the right hand down somewhere to the leg. Left hand comes up to the ceiling or to the waist. And breathing here. I like a supported triangle in my practice because it brings the energy up through the heart chakra. Nice, so keep breathing. One more breath. Awesome. So engaging your core muscles, bending into the right knee. We'll inhale all the way up and turn all the toes to the side of the mat. And again, bring the hands to the waist if that's comfortable for you. We're going to make sure that the toes are in one line and the sides of the feet are parallel to the top and the bottom of the mat. And then we'll inhale the arms out with the palms down. And exhale the hands behind you, interlacing the fingers. Inhale, looking up at the ceiling. Exhale and fold forward. So maybe the hands stay on the low back, or maybe they come up to the ceiling or over the head. Taking nice deep breaths here. One more breath. Awesome. So wherever you are in this pose, bringing the hands back to the low back if they're not already there. And we'll inhale all the way up, looking up at the ceiling. Exhaling, relax the head and neck. Nice. Bringing the hands back to the waist, and we'll heel toe in again until the feet are again a yardstick apart. Turning all the toes to the top of the mat, we're going to work on pyramid pose. Inhaling the arms up, exhaling and coming forward over your right leg. So you're turning the left hip towards the right toes, relaxing the head and neck. It's nice if your hands have contact with something, so you can put a little weight into the hands, and that helps to allow the hips to move, right? So then you can more easily turn the left hip towards the right toes. Don't forget to breathe here. We're going to take one more breath. Awesome. So coming out, engaging your core muscles first, bringing the palms together in front of you and inhaling all the way up. Bringing the palms to heart center, and then we'll bend into the left knee and bring the left foot to meet the right. And then we'll do a sun breath. So we'll inhale, look up at the thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweeping the arms all the way up. Look up at the thumbs and palms heart center. Awesome. All right, so let's work on some balancing. So you can bring your chair back in if you'd like to for a little balancing assistance. You can use your strap. We're going to start off with a separate standing leg stretch. So if you'd like to use your strap, you totally can. You can also grab onto your right toe with your 2-piece fingers. However you'd like. You can also just bend the knee. Bend your knee and hold on to the knee. And then breathing. So you're really engaging all of the leg muscles in the left leg, upper leg muscles. Then we'll bring the right leg out to the side. Deep breaths here. One more breath. We'll bring the right leg back to center. If you have a strap, we're releasing the strap, pointing the toes. Just for 1 or 2 breaths. And then we'll bring the right leg all the way through for airplane pose. So maybe your left arm comes out. Maybe your right arm comes out. Awesome. On your next inhale, coming all the way back up. Perfect. And we'll switch those sides. Maybe switch your chair if you are using a chair. So this time, the left leg comes out. Breathing. One more breath here. Awesome. We're going to bring the left leg out to the left side. Finding your point of focus. Nice. Awesome. Let's come back into center and we'll point the toes. And then bring the left leg all the way through for airplane pose. Breathing. Nice. One more breath here. Excellent focus. And then we'll inhale all the way back up. Perfect. All right, so we're going to work on standing bow pulling pose. You can always use your chair, or you do not have to. We're going to bring the right hand out with the palm up, and then the right hand comes back behind you, scooping up the right foot from the inside. And we'll bring the 2 knees together, and this might be enough, right? We'll bring the left arm up. Inhale, lengthening, and then if you'd like to start kicking back and up, you certainly can. or you can hold on to the chair, kicking and stretching at equal velocity. Nice. Keeping the chin to the shoulder. It helps to keep your arm and your torso in one line. On your next inhale, slowly coming back up. If the arm is up, we'll bring the arm down and then release the foot. Awesome. Let's do the other side. So we'll bring the left hand out with the palm up, and then the left hand comes back behind you, and we'll scoop up the left foot from the inside, maybe the ankle. And if you can't do the inside, just do the outside, totally fine. Bringing the two knees together, right arm comes up, or holding onto the chair. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, start kicking back and up. Nice. Don't forget to breathe. Finding your point of focus. One more breath. Nice. Let's inhale all the way back up. The right arm comes down, and then the foot comes down. Awesome. Next, we're going to work on eagle pose. An awesome stretch to balance the left and the right sides of the body. And of course, you can sit on the chair if you'd like to for your eagle pose. I'll sit for the first one. So we're going to inhale the arms up, palms together, noting your right arm and your left arm. On the next exhale, we'll swing the arms so the right arm comes under the left arm, twisting the arms like ropes. And then we'll pull the shoulder blades down and sit down. So you can sit down for real or for pretend. The right leg comes up and around over the left. And so you're squeezing the elbows and the knees together. Getting this awesome compression for all the joints of the body. Even activating the lymph in the armpits and the hip creases. And we'll take one more breath here. And then inhaling and crossing the legs. And we're going to come up and do the other side right away. So we'll exhale the left arm under the right, twisting the arms like ropes, and then pulling the shoulder blades down and sitting down for real, or just bending the knees. Left leg comes up and around over the right. So maybe you're using your toes as kickstand. Maybe you have your left foot completely behind the right calf. And breathing here. Squeezing into the elbows and the knees, so really tightly squeezing. One more breath. Awesome. And then we're going to inhale, uncross the legs, and we'll come all the way up, sweep the arms up, and we'll do our side stretch here. So bringing the right arm down, we'll inhale the left arm up, and we'll move over to the side. Remember, you can always use your right hand kind of as leverage on the upper leg to increase the stretch if you like. One more breath. And then we'll inhale all the way back up first and bring the right arm up and the left arm down. And then we'll inhale and over to the side. Nice deep breaths. Feeling this awesome stretch down the right side of the body. Nice. Okay, so on your next inhale, we'll come all the way back up, bringing the left arm up, and then we'll bring both hands down so the palms are facing the ground. We'll bring the thumbs to the ceiling, and then we'll bring the thumbs to the back wall for bleed. So we'll inhale the shoulders to the ears, and exhale the shoulder blades back behind you. You can stay here, you can look up at the ceiling if you'd like to. Nice heart opening. Some really nice deep breaths here. One more breath. And then if you're looking at the ceiling, we'll bring the head back to neutral, turning the palms down to the floor, and then bringing the palms down back to the body. Awesome. All right, so one more balancing. We're going to work on tree pose. So you can use your chair if you would like to. We'll bring all the weight to the left leg, and the right leg comes out at an angle. So bringing the sole of the foot maybe to the ankle or to the calf or all the way up to the upper leg. The right hand comes to heart center. Maybe the left hand comes to heart center. And then staying here, or if you'd like more of a balance challenge, we can inhale the hands up over the head and then out and back behind you. So you can grab opposite elbows, or you can work on reverse namaskar, the palms together. Awesome. When you're ready, we're going to bring the arms all the way back around and the palms to heart center. Excellent. All right, so we'll release your right leg. If you're using a chair, we'll move it to the side. And we'll do the other side. Left leg comes out. Right leg is nice and straight and strong. Finding your foot position on this side, it might be different. Perfectly normal. Nice. So staying here, or if you'd like to inhale the arms up and out, and then back behind you. Awesome. And then we'll bring the arms all the way back around and palms heart center. Perfect. All right, so let's release our left leg and our hands. Maybe if you have your chair, you'd like to move it to the side. So we're going to do a little bit of Qigong. We'll do our gathering. So bringing the feet about hip distance apart. The knees are soft. I just have to bounce because I'm so used to keeping my legs straight. So the knees are nice and soft, and we're going to start with the hands, nice light fist at the waist. So bringing the right hand behind you in a nice big circle, and the hands open, so it's almost like you're combing the aura, or you're gathering this good energy for the day. Picking up something really light in front of you and bringing it back towards the body. And doing this at your own pace. We normally do 3 times on each side. And there's no specific breath with the movement of the body. So just nice, natural breath. Thinking good thoughts, really feeling like you're picking up that good energy for the day. Awesome. So when you're done, you don't have to be done when I'm done, but when you're done, bringing the palms together, and then your palm comes to your dantian, and just closing or lowering the eyes. So imagining there's a nice, generous ball of golden energy here in the dantian. We'll take one more breath. And then when you're ready, slowly blinking the eyes open. We're going to do one more sun breath, and then we'll be seated. So we'll just bring the palms to heart center. And we'll inhale, look up at the thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweeping the arms all the way up. Look up at the thumbs. And palms, heart center. Awesome. All right, so let's sit down on the floor. We're going to start off with a little forward fold. So keeping the legs together. We'll inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold at the hip crease. If you want to grab onto your 2 big toes with your peace fingers, you can. You can always use a strap here. Remember to come into the pose. You're going to inhale, lengthen the spine, exhale, and come forward as much as you can with a flat back And then relax the head and neck. And if you feel like your back is too rounded, you might want to sit on a pillow or a little bit of a blanket. One more breath. And then we'll inhale, lengthen the spine, and we'll move on to part 2 of this pose. So bringing the 4 fingers to the soles of the feet and the thumbs to the tops of the feet. Coming up a little bit more on your strap. We'll inhale, lengthen the spine, exhale, and take the pose. Nice deep breaths here. One more breath. Awesome. So let's inhale, lengthen the spine, exhale, and kind of floating back up to center. So from here, I'm going to spin around, but you can just bring the hands behind you. So the fingertips are pointing towards the torso. Unless, this is some feel awesome, then just point the fingertips towards the back of the mat. So you can do reverse plank if you'd like to, or you can do reverse tabletop, or you can stay here and just lift the heart up to the ceiling. I'll be doing tabletop today, so bringing the soles of the feet to the mat and just inhaling, lifting the hips up, and then breathing. Nice deep breaths, really lifting up. One more breath. Awesome. And then we'll release the hips back down to the mat and just take crisscross applesauce, easy pose, and we'll just do some wrist rolls. And then we'll roll the wrist the other way. Excellent. All right. So let's work on separate seated leg pose. So we'll bring the right leg out and the left leg in, or the opposite way. Totally fine. We'll inhale, lengthen the spine, exhale, and turn towards the outstretched leg, and then fold over. So you're lining up the center line of the body with the center line of the leg as much as you can. And then breathing. So maybe the hands are to either side of the leg, or you're grabbing onto the foot, or using a strap here. One more breath. And to come out of this pose, we'll inhale, lengthen the spine, exhale, and ride that exhale back up to center. And then we'll switch the legs out. Left leg is out, right leg is in. We'll inhale, lengthen, exhale, turn towards the outstretched leg, and fold over. And breathing here. Nice deep breaths. Awesome. On your next inhale, lengthening the spine, exhaling and coming back up to center, and we'll move into a wide-legged forward fold. So once the legs are out in a V, we'll inhale, lengthen, exhale, and come forward. So if you want to grab onto the toes, that's awesome. You can keep the hands in front of you. Relaxing the head and neck. And breathing. Nice deep breaths here. You can even relax the abdomen. One more breath. Awesome. So we'll inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, maybe walking the hands back. And we'll bring the soles of the feet together next for butterfly pose. You can stay here if you would like to. You can walk the sit bones towards the heels, opening up the feet like a book. Inhale, lengthening the spine, exhaling and coming forward. And maybe you'd like the elbows to press down on the knees as the knees are pressing back. Breathing. Nice deep breaths. One more breath. Awesome. So on your next inhale, We'll come all the way back up to center and we'll extend both of the legs out. We'll work on a side twist, well, a seated twist rather. So we'll keep the right leg out and the left leg comes up. So the sole of the foot's on the mat. The left hand comes behind you. We'll inhale the right arm up and the right elbow comes to the outside of the left knee, or you can hug the knee. And we'll inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, looking over the left shoulder. Both sit bones should be on the mat. A solid foundation for your spinal twist. One more breath here. And on your next inhale, we'll come back around to center and switch the legs out. Left leg's out, right leg is up rather. Right hand comes behind you. We'll inhale the left arm up. The left elbow comes to the outside of the right knee, or you're hugging the knee. Inhale, lengthening, exhaling, looking over the right shoulder. And breathing. Nice. One more breath here. On your next inhale, coming back to center. We're going to bring both legs out long. And we'll take an inhale. And then slowly rolling down onto the mat, vertebrae by vertebrae. And we'll just take a breath here. Awesome. All right, so let's move into bridge pose. There's lots of different ways you can do bridge pose. If you have a block, you can just lift the hips up and bring a block underneath the sacrum. You can do full bridge by clasping the hands underneath the back and lifting the hips up. I'm going to cue moving bridge. So bringing the soles of the feet back towards the sit bones as comfortable as you can be. Palms of the hands are on the mat. And on your next inhale, we'll lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Staying here for full bridge, or exhaling and rolling down the spine vertebrae by vertebrae until the hips touch. And we'll do that again. So inhaling, lifting the hips up. Exhaling, rolling the spine down, vertebrae by vertebrae. And we'll do one more. So inhale, lifting the hips up. And if you're in full bridge, you can come down by rolling the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. And once your hips are back on the mat, just drawing the knees up to the chest, giving yourself a nice little bit of a hug here, maybe rocking from side to side. Awesome. All right, so let's bring the legs down long. And we're going to work on our supine separate leg stretch. Again, you can use your strap here if you would like to. Bringing the strap around the right leg. We're going to take a breath or two here, just letting the hips settle so that they're both resting on the mat. And then when you're ready, we'll bring the right leg out to the right side. So sometimes keeping the left hand on the left hip is really helpful to try to keep both hips on the mat as you're moving your right leg out. Awesome. On your next inhale, we'll bring the right leg back to center and then over the center line of the body just a little bit. So maybe you feel this in your right sit bone. If you're not feeling it much, you can always draw the right toes back towards the top of your head. Gently. And then we'll bring the right leg back to center and relax it back down on the mat. Or maybe you want to switch your left foot in this little hoop if that is convenient. And again, we'll just spend a moment here with the left leg up to the ceiling. Taking a deep breath. And then bringing the left leg out to the left side. Maybe the right hand is on the right hip. Awesome. Let's bring the left leg back up to center and then over the center line of the body. Breathing. Nice. On your next inhale, bringing the left foot back to center, and then we'll release the left leg all the way back down to the mat. When you're ready, drawing the knees up to the chest, giving yourself a nice hug. And we're going to move into a supine twist. So when you're ready, bringing both of the knees all the way over to the right side. After the right knee touches the floor, then relaxing the left shoulder back onto the mat. So if you have a gap between the knees, that's totally fine. If you're more comfortable, you can put a pillow or a blanket in between the knees. And also, the left shoulder may not touch the mat, which is also totally fine, as long as it doesn't hurt. Right? So, taking a nice deep breath here. And maybe even closing the eyes, letting this be part of your Savasana, the very beginning. We'll take one more breath here. And then when you're ready, bringing the right hand underneath the right knee and assisting the knees with your bicep strength to come back up to center, and then giving yourself another nice hug, and then moving the knees over to the left side. So the left knees are on the mat, and then relaxing the right shoulder onto the mat. Again, closing the eyes if you'd like to. Just imagine that you're a giant towel that's being wrung out. Any extra tension is being wrung out of the body with this pose. We'll take one more breath here. And then using the left hand underneath the left knee, drawing the knees back up to center. Again, giving yourself a nice hug. If you like to do Happy Baby, bringing the soles of the feet up to the ceiling and grabbing onto the soles of the feet from the inside or the outside and just rocking around like a happy baby. And then when you feel complete in your practice, coming to stillness in Savasana. So of course your favorite Savasana, maybe the legs are stretched out, maybe you have the soles of the feet on the mat with the knees touching to support the low back. Maybe you have a pillow and a blanket. Closing the eyes and just allowing the entire body to soften. Maybe taking another really nice deep breath here. Knowing that you are coming out of your practice in a different space. A peaceful, more joyful space. With the energy reorganized in the body. We'll take one more breath in Savasana. And then very gently beginning to bring awareness back to the room. Maybe wiggling your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, drawing your knees to your chest and completely rolling over to one side. Taking a breath here. And then rolling over a little bit more, using your arms to push yourself up. Coming to a seated position. And we'll just take one last breath together. We'll inhale the arms up and palms heart center. Namaste. And thank you.